Yo, what is going on, guys? Hampshire322 here, back again, and fans and coaches of the ASL. I don't know if you guys are sick of me or sick of hearing this from me, but welcome back to the weekly recap. Well, I guess if you're sick of it, I don't think you'd be watching. But yeah, again, I'm Hutch, and this is the ASL Season 2 Week 5 weekly recap, and we will be recapping how this week has gone. In terms of the matches, the outcomes, and the little individual statistics. So it gives you a rundown. I feel like even if you're a coach within the Discord server and you can access these games anytime, I feel like it's very useful, because if you just don't want to watch the other 6 games, you can just wait for this video and just get it all in one. Plus I go in depth and whatnot of just analysis. So if you guys are hyped, definitely leave a like down below. Subscribe if you haven't already, so you know when our videos go up. Me and Malone, of course, my partner in crime. And definitely check out all of the all the replays down below if you would like, at your own pace. But as you can see, one thing I want to mention, I don't know if this was agreed upon, but I think it was. Anderson or Altaria, you can let me know down below. Since Anderson won, I think Altaria has to come on the power rankings and do something. I think. I'm not sure. But if so, just let me know and we'll set that up. So, without further ado, we're going to hop right into this. As you can see, first game was a 1-0, then a 4-0, then a 1-0, then a 4-0, then a 1-0, then a 5-0, then a 3-0. So a lot of 1-0s this week, 3 of them to be exact. So very close matches indeed. Let's just get right into the first game, which is the Arcane Arcaniners against the Elm Street Parasects, because this is the Commissioner's Bowl. Because they're both commissioners. Well, Anderson's the commissioner and Altaria is the moderator. This is a very hyped up match, and it definitely lived up to its potential, I do feel. However, Anderson won in the end with a 1-0, and had an Arcanine that went 3-1. Had some scattered kills between Donphan, Ludicolos, and Weavile, but Arcanine put on a lot of pressure. Altaria did get some scattered kills, did use Milotic very well, but we're just gonna get right into this very hyped up match. So we are going to get right into this. It's gonna be a Ninetales Mega Venusaur lead, and naturally Anderson is gonna have to switch, and Altaria is actually running Hypnosis Ninetales, which is actually pretty funny. It doesn't work twice. Anderson gets a special attack drop, and Altaria is forced to swap, but does not care. Goes to third Hypnosis and actually lands it, which is pretty lucky. If you would have missed the third one, that would have been very mad for Altaria. Goes for your Aurora Veil, and then goes out into Tapu Bulu's, which can now take any hit from any Mon. I think it can even take a Sludge Wave now, or Sludge Bomb now, possibly. But Arcanine, debatably being one of the better switch-ins to Tapu Bulu, gets to come out here. Gets a Toxic on the Milotic, which is definitely going to be very big for Anderson. It hinders Milotic's survivability in the future. Arcanine seeming to be the switch-in for absolutely everything. Bulk Up Gallade kind of beats it out, though. As you can see, Earthquake does over half, although Leftovers gives Anderson the roll's favor goes to Anderson. But out comes the Weavile, shiny Weavile, on the Glade, and is going to double into the Mega Venusaur as Altaria doubles into the Milotic. Not what he wanted. And Anderson gets to just get a Gate Drain off, but decides to go for the lead seed. And Altaria tried to predict that and go for the Mirror Coat. Milotic has to switch since it will seemingly die. Anderson makes a great prediction, goes for the double leech seed, and Zard gets to come in and click Dragon Claw. It's going to crit, but the second one won't kill, so it's seemingly pointless. Jeez, I'm jumbling words in my mouth. So Anderson is toxicking everything, and Bulu actually comes out on the Mega Venusaur on the leech seed and doubles out into Extral. predicting the Sludge Bomb. Very good couple of double plays, which allowed at triple switch, which allowed Charizard to come in without taking a Sludge Bomb, which was very good. And Altaria is gonna switch again. Is gonna get crit. I don't know what the quad switch was about. I think he should have been content with the triple switch, but we'll see how that pays off. And Galea is gonna burn its Z move, Shattered Psych, I believe it was, on the Reuniclus, which does nothing because it's a friggin' Reuniclus. And Reuniclus is gonna Psyshock the Milotic, which is gonna do less because I believe this Milotic is Marvel Scale, which boosts its defense when in when statused, I do believe. So Altaria is 2 for 5 for Hypnosis, which actually isn't horrible, judging that Hypnosis is a 60% move. So 3 for 5 would make more sense statistically, but you know, it's okay. So Zard is going to come out on the Aromatisse, which just goes for the Wish. Zard actually has a Roost, which is going to be very clutch. Able to live the Moonblast. I think it lives it anyways. But Zard, I believe, goes for the D-Dance here, as it does. And I believe Flare Blitz plus the crit will knock it out. But Altaria just wants to go for the Roost, and Sludge Bomb is going to be doing absolutely nothing. And can D-Dance up again. Sludge Bomb does get a big crit. No poison, though. Very, very good for Altaria. This is actually an extremely long match, but we're going to just get through it. I'm not going to speed it up. I'm not. It's a long match, but whatever. I think it's like 80 turns or something. I don't know. But Milotic is getting very worn down, but can just go for the recover. As Reuniclus can do the same if it takes any damage it doesn't like. But Milotic is going to go for the Skull. As I yawn, freaking amazing, and his Calm Mind Reuniclus, which is very scary, but Milotic has Haze, and Shadow Ball does absolutely nothing, maybe a special defensive Milotic, or I'm just underestimating Milotic's bulk. So Glade's going to come out to basically sack it, go for the Earthquake. It gets a big crit, does 55%, and dies to a Shadow Ball. That crit is very big because then it gets revenged by Excadrill or Bulu. Or Charizard. It gets revenged by like anything. Bulu's going to go for the Stone Edge just in case the Arcanine wants to come out, but Anderson makes a good play, doesn't pull the trigger too early, and could go on to Arcanine on the following turn. And Milotic can take another Flare Blitz, which makes Arcanine have to switch, and Milotic can just go for the recover, which is very, very useful for Altaria. And now Poison is negating the recovery, so Altaria has to switch out of the Milotic and go to the Ninetales, as Ninetales is 3 for 6 on Hypnosis, which is actually really impressive. I mean, it's under the chance to miss or chance to land, but whatever. That's pretty close. It's close enough. Hypnosis, Alolan Ninetales. Take notes, Malone. Top plays. But Arcanine is going to come through and kill the Alolan Ninetales. And Mega Charizard is going to go for the Roost as I just completely blanked. Arcanine is going to follow suit and go for the Morning Sun, but has the Toxic, so Zard can't set up too much on it. And Anderson is the Toxic King. And has the Roar, which is very, very good play. Now Excadrill gets to come out, but will not die to Flare Blitz due to the Aurora Veil. Earthquake is close to a KO on the Aromatisse, and Altaria can take it out, which is very important. Because it gives it's free outrage spam. So Bulu's gonna come out, and of course Arcanine comes out. Altaria is gonna go for the Stone Edge, great prediction, and Cerberus is gonna die to another one. Goes for the Flare Blitz, lives on 7, and oh, Bulu, get some glasses, my dude. Vision works, whatever you need, because he misses, and Cerberus can go for the Morning Sun and live the incoming Stone Edge. Very unfortunate, but he's going to go out into Milotic, knowing that Altaria, knowing that Milotic can take any hit since Anderson has Morning Sun, Toxic, Roar, Flare Blitz, meaning it doesn't have Wild Charge. So that means Milotic walls it since it's already Toxic. But Arcanine can wear it down, but decides to go for the Flare Blitz since there's no other safe switch for the Milotic. And Arcanine is going to keep stalling out this Milotic since Altaria kind of has to let it happen. He has to let Milotic go down, and then he can come revenge it with, I think Zard's it enough health. If not, Bulu can come revenge. Milotic just has to do enough. Oh yeah, Zard is way enough. But goes for the Roar. Great play, gets into Bulu. And that actually benefits Altaria, because Bulu outspeeds, but just in case Anderson sped crep, he's going to go on to Zard, take the hit. Toxic is going to be negated by the Grassy Terrain. I think this is 20 more turns of a battle, and I'm dead serious. But you know what? If you'd like to skip to the next game, feel free. I am doing all games through and through. So, Arcanine is going to go for the Flare Blitz on the Milotic, is going to do absolutely donut. By the way, that's 0 for nothing. Just in case you didn't get that. Arcanine is just going to Roar, get in the Zard, but Zard can roost, so this is just, it's just stalwart, man. Anderson's playstyle is stally. He makes it work very well. But Bulu's going to go down to a Flare Blitz. And Arcanine is putting on a lot of pressure. Milotic comes out since it walls it. And out comes Weavile. Weavile does not want to get burned here. And it does. Very unfortunate for the Weavile. But burn, at the very least, it gets negated by Grassy Terrain. So that's something. But Anderson actually has a Swords Dance Weavile. So that's negating burn too. So burn isn't doing anything. It's just negating the Grassy Terrain. And he actually has Sub-Zero Slammer to kill the Mega Zard. And Milotic comes out, and I believe Weavile goes for a knockoff, as it does, to get rid of its leftovers for the residual. Milotic goes for the Haze, so that Weavile gets absolutely walled. Weavile is going to go for another Swords Dance. And has to go for another one to do anything, but Haze can come in, or it can fire off a big Scald. And Anderson is going to try and predict the switch into Excadrill. Altaria is not having it, and is going to go ahead and stay in. And Arcanine can now come in Flare Blitz, as Milotic can Scald. And as you can see, Arcanine can just sit here all day and just kill it. And there is nothing Altaria can do. So as you can see, Anderson definitely made the right play. Some people could say, oh, you should have Morning Sun more. No, he made the right play. No, he made it die to Toxic. He didn't need Arcanine to like swap in and get the Intimidate, because Milotic would beat Donphan 1v1 if he gets a switch into Excadrill. So that was the right play. Anderson's going to win a 1-0, and I'm going to try and go a little bit faster through these, because that was a long match. But the second match is the Kanto Embers, coached by Rocker, taking on the Inner Milotic, coached by Static. It was 4-0 in Static's favor, picking up 2 kills with Mega Altaria, 2 kills with Rhyperior, and 1 kill from Hydreigon and Galvantula. And Rocker can only pick up a kill with Ferrothorn and Entei. And we're going to hop right into the match. It's going to be a Hitmonchan Galvantula lead. And Galvantula is going to go for the Volt Switch too. 44% off the bat. I'm pretty sure the other games aren't too horribly long. So that should help. I hope. As Entei is going to come in on the Hitmontop, Static's going to make a fairly good prediction. Go for the Toxic. I think he was predicting the Vaporeon, but nonetheless, is going to miss the Stone Edge as Entei Sacred Fires him if he burns he wouldn't have died. He would have been at the same. It negates leftovers. But Drill Sergeant's going to come in. Is not going to burn for the second time. Entei is not the hottest right now. So Rhyperior is going to go for the Earthquake and kill it. Oh, there's me. Shout out to the nickname Rocker. If anyone was Hutch, it'd be Entei, because I used that as an MVP in GSL. But you know, it's all good. It's going to be a weakness policy Rhyperior. And it's going to destroy lives. Ferrothorn actually takes a hit and can Gyro Ball and kill. But yeah, I took Entei. 15-4 MVP season. Yeah. Anyway, this is a different league. So, Altaria can just come revenge the Ferrothorn. And Rocker's down 3-5 at this moment. He's going to need to pull it back. Goes for the Iron Head on the Mega Altaria. Does not get the flinch, and Roost can come off. And Static can sit there all day, but doesn't want to. Is going to go to the Scizor, predicting it to be a choiced Entei. As it is, since he swapped out. And Scizor is going to go for the Tailwind to get speedy and go fast. As Vaporeon is going to come in, take a big knockoff and a big U-turn. So it's not looking too hot. And Static actually has the Charge Beam Hydreigon, which is actually really cool. Is going to get the boost, then go for the Dark Pulse and take out the Vaporeon. Now it is 5-2. And Entei and Mega Arrow are going to have to be legendary. As Static can go ahead and sack off his Hitmontop to get the Intimidate drop. Very smart. So Entei has to switch out because Scizor beats it because he's choiced. And now Scizor outspeeds the Arrow, I believe. Static doesn't care. Goes for the U-turn, predicting the Entei to come in and could go into the Galvantula, which will outspeed. Is going to go for the Extreme Speed. Does not kill. Goes for the Volt Switch. I believe goes out to Mega Altaria. So it's Mega Altaria versus Mega Aerodactyl. Mega Arrow is going to miss the Ice Fang, which doesn't affect the outcome of the match. Rocker still would have lost, but it would have potentially been a 3-0 other than a 4-0. But Static could have gone to Scizor and won the game in that sense anyways. So I don't really think it mattered in the long run. But anyways, that's going to be the match. The Milotic are going to win 4-0 over the Kanto Embers. And if you guys didn't know, we have team heroes. Each week, they're on the thumbnail. So it's kind of been like, they're kind of there, but you kind of don't really know. I don't know. If you guys notice, they're always on the thumbnail. As this week you saw on the thumbnail, it was Nidoqueen, Gengar, Flygon, and Ribombee. So you know that they did something special this week. Whether it's usually they get 4 kills plus. 3 or 4 kills plus. But as you can see, it's going to be the Las Vegas Ludicolos, coached by Despam, versus the Phoenix Flygons, coached by Keister. It was a very close match, another 1-0. I don't think it's as long as the Anderson versus Altaria, but Las Vegas Ludicolos Spam got 3, 2, 1 kills with Ribombee, Mamo, and Mega Beedrill, and Keister got 4 kills between Infernape and Rhydon, and got 1 kill with Metagross. So let's hop right into the match. It is going to be a Beedrill, or Mega Beedrill Masquerain lead, so Battle of the Bugs. A resisted U-turn does 35%. That just shows you how hard hitting Mega Beedrill is. And Rotom Heat is going to basically wall the Masquerain from here to Timbuktu. It's going to go for the Overheat, and Seismitoad's a pretty free swap in, unless there's HP Grass. Stealdarks are going to come out, and we're going to find out right now if it's Magic or Clefable, and it is, since it takes no toxic damage. Excalibur is going to come out on the Clefable, and Keister does not predict that. Goes out on the Metagross, which is not in his favor. And Lord Spam can just start going around, but Keister went into Rhydon to bait the Iron Head, so we can get a free swap into Infernape, which he got. But right here we're sitting Clef, Jellicent, and Clef can't really touch Jellicent outside of Thunderbolt, but Spam is going to go into Skarm and double back into Jellicent because there are double screens up. and Seismitoad comes out. Excuse me. Goes for the rocks, and the Jellicent does pitiful damage with the energy ball. Rainbow Berry plus Light Screen. Seismitoad does not care. Clefable does not care about Toxic, does not care about Scald, does absolutely nothing. Gravity, which is actually a really interesting play. So you can go out into Masquerain. I think that was for Metagross. Oh no, it was for Rhydon. So Rhydon can get off a super effective Earthquake here. And can take that hit. Goes for the Rock Polish. Goes for the Earthquake and kills the Skarmory due to the gravity. So very, very cool play on Keister's part. Again, Malone, chalk that up. That was a really cool play. I love that. So, Mega Beedrill is going to come out, go for the U-turn, and Rhydon, it could take it, but it doesn't appreciate it. 28% is nothing to laugh at, especially when it's Eviolite. But Keister's going to make a phenomenal prediction, come in on the Scald, and make another good prediction that he's going to Energy Ball and goes to the Metagross. And Lord Spam is going to predict a swap back into Seismitoad, goes to the Energy Ball, and then Keister is in his head, goes into Seismitoad, and Jellicent is going to go for the Energy Ball as Seismitoad gets up rocks, goes for the Earth Power to sack it off, but goes for the Toxic. I don't really know what that was for, maybe the Masquerain if it came in, I guess it makes sense. So, the Clefable is going to be a -1 special defense, and a crit does 38% to it. God, Clefable, you're bulky. I have you on one of my teams in the league, but you are too bulky. And out comes the Mr. Jamvad, Mimoswine, on the 8. Jellicent basically hard walls the Infernape, or so we thought. Infernape is going to go for the Grass Knot. Oko, well, it would have been Oko if it was 100%. Is going to kill the Jellicent. Is going to go out into the Ribombee to bait the Fire-type move. And goes into Rotom Heat. I don't understand that play because Rotom Heat dies anyways. So, you just took extra rocks damage on Ribombee. But, crazy part. Keister's up 6-3, and Spam is seemingly out of this match. The game seems over. It does. As you can see on your little screen on the bottom screen, Spam wins. Look at how he does it. So, Mamo is going to get a kill there. Vacuum Wave is not going to kill Mamo. Goes for the another Icicle Crash. I think it's Choice Banded. Yeah, that's definitely Choice Banded damage. It's going to flinch the Megatron. Maybe flinch it to death. But no. They're going to go for the Meteor Mash. Mamoswine got down 2 very big threats. And Mega Beedrill can come in and go for the knockoff. Kill the Megatron. Now it's 3-2. A much more winnable game. As Mega Beedrill goes for the Drill Run. Is going to die to Stone Edge. Ribombee against the world. You saw it was a team hero. Listen up, kids. This is why Ribombee is the best. I'm not going to say bug type because Scizor is a thing. But it is the best bug type of Gen 7. Goes for the Twinkle Tackle. Gets rid of the Clefable. And all that's left in its path is the Seismitoad. And Ribombee is going to get a little 3-kill sweep at the end. Making it one of the team heroes of this week. Well, not every team gets a hero, so I guess it's not a team hero, but it's a weekly hero. Yeah, because not every team gets a hero. Otherwise, it'd be dumb. Because then it's, like, not as special. But with the 4th match, which actually happened today. I record this on Tuesday. So it actually happened today. It's going to be the Amsterdam Alakazams versus the Mewtwo Mantine. If you guys remember, Milan was 0-3. And then last week he won 6-0, and now he won 4-0. Picking up 4 kills with Flygon. As you saw, Flygon was another one of the weekly heroes. So we're going to see just how he got those 4 kills. As TG was able to get 2 kills between Manaphy and Serena. And Abomasnow and Cobalion also got kills for Milan. So let's hop right into this match. It's going to be a Serena Electros lead. Serena's going to go for the U-turn, do a quarter of Electros' help. Can go into the Gigalith, as it's going to be a double U-turn. So Milan is going to get the better end of the deal, as it goes with the Volt switch. So yes, the Volturn core, a very, very interesting Volturn core. And Mew comes in on this Mega Ampharos. I believe it sets up a Calm Mind, as it does, since Mega Ampharos can't really do anything to it now. It does 24%. Excuse me, I don't know why I feel like so stuffed up. But Ice Beam from Mew is going to do a solid chunk. Doesn't take that much from the Ampharos. Ampharos is going to go out into the Mimikyu, as Mimikyu can kill it with a Shadow Claw, I think. But Mew has the Kebia Berry, which is going to weaken the damage, and Mew can get rid of the disguise. But Mew is now forced to switch out now that it will die, and it does not outspeed. So Cobalion is going to come out, take 33% from that hit, since Cobalion is actually really physically defensive. And not risking the Scarf, Cobalion is going to swap, and Latias is going to swap, not risking each other's Scarfs. And here's a very similar situation as before, Gigalith versus Electros. Electros actually has the Super Fang, probably for the Mega Ampharos, but a cool play nonetheless. Gigalith is going to be worn down, and here comes Flygon's Wrath. I'm kidding, I don't think it happens this time. But it is a D-Dance Flygon, which is going to come into play very, very clutch in the end. And here comes an Iron Head from the Cobalion onto the Gigalith, and Milan is going to be picking up the first kill on the match. Manaphy is going to come in here, can Tail Glow, and I believe it can kill the Electros. Now it is +3. I lied. But Super Fang is only going to do 50%. And it's going to die to a second Scald. So Manaphy picks up a kill, evening at 5-5. Here comes Big Bad Brad, which might have been Scarfed. I love Scarf Blizzard. I really do. I think he was Scarfed since he switched, but you know. High Jump Kick is going to hit the Mew for a whole whopping 15%, but the next one is going to kill, as it does kill the Mew. And I believe Flygon comes out here, as it does. I believe it gets a, there's the High Jump Kick miss. This is the very crucial part of the match. Flygon can set up a Dragon Dance and win the match. As you can see, kill Serena with an Earthquake. Who's up next? Oh, here comes Latias. Oh, check this. Savage Spin Out from the U-turn. I dig it. Mimikyu comes in. You ain't trying to take an Earthquake. I most certainly know you ain't trying to take an Earthquake. Mega Ampharos, you are not taking an Earthquake. Not in this lifetime. So, Milan is going to win the game 4-0 over TG in the Meteor Mantine. As Milan has, I told you, every team is going to find their streak, and Milan is on right now. 6-0 and now a 4-0. That's pretty impressive. But hopping into, I believe, the 5th match, which is St. Louis Swablus, coached by Malone, versus the Nootherlandians, coached by Larry, or Detective Butters, if you didn't know. I don't know why I said that so weird and I stuttered, but you know, whatever. It's going to be a 1-0 in the Nootherlandians' favor. Butters was able to stop Malone in his tracks as he was on a 3-game win streak. That's going to be snapped, as Malone got 4 kills between him on Lee and Circuitry, 1 kill with Levani, and Butters got 3 kills with Magirna, having that thing finally put in some work. Like, Circuitry hasn't put in that much work either, and it's putting work in it now. And then 1 kill for each of Alakazam, Crook, and Mesprit. So let's hop right into this match. Again, it was a 1-0, so it was a very good match. As it's going to be Pylo, Mesprit, lead. Rocks, rocks. Toxic, toxic. Do we see a pattern here, anyone? It's going to be a rock, rock, toxic, toxic turn. As Scrub is going to switch out. And Mesprit is going to go for the Psychic on that. Do absolutely nothing to Destiny the Cresselia. This Cresselia can sit here all day. But it's going to go back into Scrub, predicting the U-turn, I believe. Or the Toxic. My bad. But Scrub doesn't care. He's already Toxic. Is going to triple swap into Pylo. Since Toxic is just racking up, Malone can play this game all day, while Butters cannot. Mesprit is going to go over the U-turn, breaking the Pilot Spline, but Malone does a very good job, stays in, and Butters is going to make a phenomenal play, go for the pursuit on the outgoing Cresselia, and Cresselia is death fodder now, unless he spins with Leroy Jenkins or the Hitmonlee later in the match. So Mesprit can come in and take EQs all day. It does not care. They're both going to be taking toxic damage, but Psychic comes off from Mesprit, and Mesprit is going to live the toxic. Piloswine is going to drop to the toxic. So Mesprit picking up the first kill of the match with the toxic. Ant-Man can come out, live a Psychic, and go first, and go for the X-Scissor, I do believe, as it does, since X-Scissor... Butters actually doesn't have a swap in for X-Scissor for the most part. Yeah, there's Magearna and Mantine, but who else? No one else swaps into it. So, pretty good. As Malone actually has the Leap Blade. Mantine is going to be defogging, and Malone's not happy about that. He wants webs up for the Zam and the Crook, and pretty much the Heliolisk. So, Malone is not going to make the proper prediction. Is going to stay in on the Crocodile, predicting the pursuit, but Butters predicts Malone to stay in, predicting the pursuit. That is a jumble of words. Goes for the knockoff and kills it, which Crest was Choice Scarf, but Crook gets revenged by the Xurkitree. And Cresselia comes in. Rocks were gone due to defog from Mantine. But, alas, it was just death fodder. High Jump Kick's going to come off from Hitmonlee, do a solid amount. I believe it did 40%. And Xurkitree is a pretty free swap in on Mantine. Is going to predict the Alakazam, I believe. Or the Magearna. He predicted him to switch out so he can get free webs. Which is pretty smart. Helios is going to come back in. Is going to take this High Jump Kick to the face. Heliolisk was basically death fodder at this point. It really didn't do anything. It doesn't beat either of these. And Mantine is going to go for the defog. So there is Malone's last chance of beating the Zam. Because I believe Zam just comes in and wins. Out comes Magearna. Is going to take 56%. Fluor Cannon is going to kill the Xurkitree. So there goes Malone's chance of winning. Since he is not able to kill the Alakazam, and he's not Choice Scarfed, so he's going to lose a very close 1-0 match to Beardman himself. Beardman Milan, excuse me. Beardman Milan himself. A very close match and a good one to watch at that. So we're going to hop right into the 5th match. If it'll load down below on the bottom screen. That's not the 5th match. This is the 5th match. There it is. So, it is the Portland Timbers, coached by me, Hutch, against the Las Vegas Gardevoir, coached by Gustavo. And, again, another team cat, or weekly hero, Nidoqueen, 5-0. You're going to figure out how it got all those kills. Blissey also had a kill, and Pyroar had a kill on the Lone Executor, which kept it from a 6-0. So let's get right into the match. As of course, the Timbers do win 5-0. As it's going to be a Terrakion Victini lead. Victini is going to U-turn, thinking it's not going to be Scarf since it's the lead Terrakion. Sableye gets to come in, but doesn't bounce it back. And goes for the Will-O-Wisp. But Florges is a pretty free swap in since Sableye does not have coverage. But there are a lot of switch-ins to Florges, being the Blissey, Nidoqueen, Registeel, and Victini. So, Gastrodon seems to be the swap-in for Nidoqueen. A hard-boiled Blissey is going to come out, take the Earth Power like an absolute champion. He's going to double into Sableye, predicting the Toxic, and is going to get it. And Cindy is Toxic, but there's Aromatherapy on the floor, just so it doesn't matter a whole ton. But it forces him to Aromatherapy. As Domino, the Registeel, is going to come out and can do what it wants to. Pyroar is definitely a scary swap in. Domino's gonna go for the rocks. Predicts the Stone Edge on the swap out. Stays in to go for a big Iron Head and severely weaken the Tracheon. There's a whole whopping 8% to Cindy, so you know he'd be hitting the gym. And Kareem, for the first time, the Alolan Executor is gonna come out. This is a Trick Room variant. To beat Thundurus, Tracheon, Pyroar, Mega Sceptile. He had a really fast team, so I brought Trick Room, the Alolan Executor. Blissey can go for the Seismic Toss, and Leaf Storm is going to do absolutely nothing, even a Focus Blast. And Blissey actually has the Ice Beam, since it'll do like 85% to Mega Sceptile, and does like 60% or so to Thundurus, I think. I'm not too sure. Tracheon comes out. Mega Sableye can come in and sponge the hit, no prob. Goes for the cover, just so it can take on things like Pyroar and Thundurus a little bit later down the match. Olympia the Victini is going to come out, and is a special variant of Victini. I'm pretty sure I ran Scarf. Yeah, I ran Scarf Victini. Cindy's going to come out, sponge it. He's going to go for the Earth Power, get the crit and the special defense drop. But Blissey can live it. Goes to a Soft Boil anyway since it's faster. Goes to a Toxic, which really doesn't matter because Blissey is Natural Cure. So it could swap out and get rid of that Toxic immediately. Out comes Kareem and finds the Rindo Berry. So Seed Bomb is not going to be doing as much. As this is where I go for the Trick Room. It wasn't the best time to do it. I should have waited till Gastrodon and Florges were gone. But I'm pretty sure they last a long while. But Registeel outspeeds like everything on the field but Gastrodon. So is going to go for the Toxic, seeing that Gastrodon is the only switch in. And out comes Kareem to try and get this to work. Goes for the Scald. Does nothing because it's 4 times resisted. Doesn't even burn. I believe I go for the Seed Bomb here. Oh no, I go for the Synthesis. And Trick Room is gone. So out comes Ellie, the Nidoqueen, looking to put on a lot of pressure. I believe I go for the Earthquake here, as I do, which is able to 2-hit KO the Gastrodon. So it's very nice. I swap out here, not wanting to risk the Scarf, and Kareem is going to come out as Death Fodder. He's going to Heat Wave, miss, and then Heat Wave, kill me with a crit. So that worked out. All in all, it really did. So Victini is going to come out here taking hits and is going to go for the Psychic, since I knew I could live the Heat Wave. I'm pretty sure I could live 2 Heat Waves. He's going to be Calm Mind Florges, which is very scary, but I have a physical Nidoqueen, so I really didn't care. I go for the Poison Jab, do 96%. Just body the Florges. Go for Poison Jab. Terrakion is not Scarf. It drops. Out comes Thundurus. Goes for the Nasty Plot with the Prankster. Boom. Poison Jab. I'm going to 2-KO you because I'm Scarfed. Goodbye. Out comes Pyroar. Cannot live a Poison Jab due to Rock. Goodbye. And Nidoqueen is going to pick up 5 kills for the most of the week. And it's going to bump up its differential severely. And the Timburrs are going to win 5-0 over the Las Vegas Gardevoir and Coach Gustavo. So, for the 7th and final match is the Winters Weaviles versus the Hampshire Hoopas. Vish is on a tear, has not lost yet, as you can see. He wins 3-0 to boost his differential to 20. That's wild. It's actually a lot longer video, but you know, it's good. It's all good. So, the Hampshire Hoopas are going to get 2 kills with Kyurem Black, 1 with Finny. And again, for our 4th and final Team Hero. No, why do I keep saying Team Hero? Weekly Hero, we have Gengar picking up 4 kills, putting on tons of pressure on BP. And Minior and Heatran also get a kill. So we're going to hop right into this match. It is going to be a Mega Blastoise Darmanitan lead. Definitely favors Vish. Darmanitan is gonna go for the U-turn. Doesn't like nothing to Mega Blastoise. It's a Mega freaking Blastoise. It's gonna go for the Scald. Cannot burn because of the Misty Terrain, which makes Finny infinitely better than it otherwise would be because of Misty Terrain. It's gonna go for the Nature's Madness, which is actually pretty cool. As out comes Jolteon, and P2 comes out. Seeing that Jolteons usually run Quick Feet against P2s, BP just straight up went with what's it called? What can I think? Download. But anywho, Ice Beam's gonna do nothing. BP actually makes a really good play and goes for the Magic Code to get it up his own rocks, since I don't believe Rachi is a rock setter, and Heatran is going to be able to just take out Skuntank, being as bulky as it is. Kyurem gets to come out and can go for the Earth Power and send it to 8th Gen, as a term that I love to use. Kyurem's going to go for the Substitute just in case Vish wants to switch out. He doesn't care. He's going to have the Flash Cannon and break it, then go for, take it Earth Power, but the Shuckle Berry is not going to be saving him this time. And King Boo comes out on the P2. P2 really doesn't care about his hits, but the Acid Downpour is just enough to take out the Porygon 2. That's Gengar's first kill of the match. And Darmanitan, not want to risk a Scarf, goes out into the Mega Blastoise and now has to swap out, guaranteeing that it's Scarf, otherwise he would have U-turned. So, Rapid Spin is going to come off to get rid of rocks, to help Jolteon switching around. As Jirachi comes in on the Thunderbolt, it's a pretty bulky Jirachi, but does not appreciate a Shadow Ball. Is going to drop to another one, I believe, because of special defense drop. But I believe that was HP... HP Fighting? Yeah, that was definitely HP Fighting. Yeah, for the Kyurem and for the Porygon. He didn't want Porygon coming in, or Kyurem coming in for free. So King Boo's going to go for the Sludge Wave. And Minior is going to come in on the Darmanitan. And can take 2 Flare Blitzes and actually kill it with an Earthquake. I believe he has Earthquake. Yep, he does have Earthquake. So, Darmanitan is going to drop, and now Minior is infinitely more powerful. Goes for the Rock Slide, does nothing to Finny though. But gets a flinch, which is actually very interesting. It puts Finny at a way lower health. Depending on spread, I don't think Gengar wouldn't have killed this had it not been for the flinch. I don't think it would have changed the outcome, because I think Lele beats Finny 1v1 with like Psyshock and Moonblast, the combination. I mean, you guys saw Pittsburgh Pichu's versus New Orleans Pelipers. I'm sure that didn't work out how I said it would. But King Boo is going to finish up the Jirachi and clean the match 3-0. Vish is not lost yet. And if you're a coach of the ASL, I have nothing against Vish. It's like the Panthers 2 years ago. I can't see a team win this much. You gotta lose at least once, Bish. We are not having an undefeated season. Nah. You're doing great. I hope you do great, because you definitely deserve to do great. Just don't win them all. Come on now. But anyways, it's all jokes. It's all jokes. Somewhat serious, but jokes. I don't know. Anyways, that is going to be the matches, as you guys can see down here. 1-0, 4-0, 1-0, 4-0, 1-0, 5-0, 3-0, with the weekly heroes being Nidoqueen, Gengar, Flygon, and Ribombee coming in very clutch situations, picking up multiple kills. With Nidoqueen going 5-0, Flygon going 4-0, Gengar going 4-0, and Ribombee going 3-0. So that is going to be the video, guys. It's been like 45 minutes. I'm sorry it's been so long, but Anderson and Altari had a very hype match, and it was like 90 turns. So yeah, I will catch you guys on Friday for the power rankings with Malone. And I'll see you guys there. Make sure to like and subscribe. See all the replays down below. And I will see you guys later. Goodbye, fans and coaches.